What's up, you guys? We're doing another video, and you guys really love when I talk about past life memories and shit, so I'm gonna start doing those way more. And today this video is about Andromeda. Do you know how mysterious this galaxy is, bro? Like, the whole galaxy of Andromeda is incredibly mysterious to people, and all of you guys actually asked me about it, and there's not much knowledge about it. Even on websites that I follow, I'll post some as well, and they talk about how mysterious Andromeda is and how much they don't know about it. And whenever I used to ask about it, I'm like, why don't I know a lot about it? Like, what is it about this galaxy that is so mysterious? And I'm gonna tell you right now what I know. So from my understanding, the Milky Way galaxy is the divine masculine, and then Andromeda is the divine feminine. Now, I'm not quite sure how that meshes in. When I tell you what my experiences is there, maybe it will make sense, right? I remember when I first went to a reader. This was about 2 years ago, and I didn't have any memories or anything like that, even understanding of the galaxy that much. And you guys remember from my other video when I said he told me I was a Lyran, and I almost started crying, and it was really emotional. I didn't even know what Lyra was. And then he said mysteriously, this is so weird, he said, "You're gonna get to go back to Andromeda someday." And I was like, whoa. Like, it was just so, there's like no word to describe it. It felt so like, thank you. Like, thank you for that. And almost like a relief, like a happiness. But I still didn't understand at this point. But I took this with me for the rest of my life so far. So when I started getting memories of Andromeda, I realized that the Andromeda galaxy is a place that people go to learn anything. You could literally go to Andromeda and learn anything you want to, because the galaxy is basically like a unified galaxy. There's different species, of course, different beings, but they're all unified as a one galaxy, which, we're working on in this galaxy, right? So I found that really interesting. And my memories there are very Buddhist temple-like. At least where I went, okay? So what I remember is going to this planet. And I remember I was going there because I knew I could go there to learn how to fight. So I went there to escape the Lyran Wars, and I wanted to learn how to fight. So as I get there, they're like, yeah, we could teach you how to fight, but it's going to be hard and all of this. And they're like masters. It looked like almost like the Great Wall of China with the forest and the mountains. And it was literally like a Buddhist temple, like there's people meditating, there's people that are like fighting and learning how to fight in the corner. These were like elite warriors, a place to learn elite warrior skills. And readers would also tell me that I was trained by the most elite warriors. So to see this in the memories too, I was like, okay, it's just confirmation, right? So I remember going to this place, and they would teach you a lot about how to be a warrior but not get lost in the dark. Because at this point, we were getting really dark because of the Draconians infiltrating, and I wanted to fight, but they were like, if you don't be careful, you could get lost in the darkness, or it's easy to lose your way in the darkness. And that was interesting as well, because I was like, I don't want to get lost in the darkness. I don't even want to fight, but I want to fight for my people. So how can I do that without becoming dark? So Andromeda taught me that. And they also taught me not just physical warfare, but mental and emotional warfare, which is also really interesting, because when we were fighting with the Draconians, it wasn't just a physical battle. They were deceptive. They were manipulative. They were malice. They would do anything to get what they want. And most of the time, it was trickery and deception. When I told the Andromedans that I was going to be fighting the Draconians that infiltrated Lyra, they were like, okay, but if you're going to fight the reptilians, or they called them the Siakar, you're going to have to learn their ways and learn how to maneuver all types of low vibrations and fight and be in warfare on all different levels. So it took me many years to learn this shit. I'm telling you, it took me a very long time. But I would have physical training, which was with I love the swords, and you guys know I still love swords to this day. So there was a lot of sword fighting. There was a lot of like wood and stick fighting, which I love to this day too. And then when it came to mental warfare, it was more like how to basically know who you are and what you're fighting for, and not allow them to do mental tricks on you. It's basically like chess. So, and that's why you guys have no idea how chess is my favorite game and why I still love fighting dark beings in the astral or while I'm in my physical body in the astral, because it is literally like playing chess. So that is why I love chess to this day, because they were the ones that taught me how to love it. Basically, how to fight the enemy without fighting the enemy. I still live by that quote to this day, which is why I love Andromeda and still pay high respect to it, because especially after Andromeda, I remember I trained there. It was about 15 or I actually don't know. I'm not even going to try. But it was many Earth years that I spent learning and then go back to Lyra to then fight the beings. So after that, I fought them in Lyra, and then I became a bounty hunter, of course. And then I started fighting when they moved on to Orion. So when they moved on to Orion to conquer Orion after they conquered Lyra, then I went to Orion to fight as well. That was one of the great wars, was in Orion and in the Pleiades, when they attacked the Pleiades. But that's getting into galactic history that we're not technically doing right now. The reason why I paid such high respect is because anytime I fought, I realized and I paid respect in my mind to who taught me how to be this elite warrior. And in the galaxy, they kept calling me Alita. And this is crazy. They called me Alita. My number was 99. Like, oh my God. And then it makes me think about the movie Alita. How her name was Alita, or she was given that name, and her number was 99. I'm like, oh my God. And she was an elite warrior. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, it's like they made this movie off of me. Low key, it's so wild. Now, people ask me a little bit about what the beings looked like. The ones typically, especially when I first got into Andromeda, what they looked like, they were purple or blue skin, and they were bald, and they had big heads, and they were so zen. They literally were like Buddhists. They were so zen. And I love that about them, because they were warriors. Like, you could not touch them, right? But they were so zen, and I looked up to that so bad. I wanted to be that. I wanted to have that while I fought the Draconians, which was really hard. Some other beings I wrote down what they looked like was some were dark skin, like brown skin, or almost, I didn't see any noir skin beings, like pitch black, but they were like brown skin with hair. And then there was red skin ones, and I think they were bald. Pretty sure they were bald. Green skin, white skin. They all were humanoid though. Humanoid, and the only ones that had a different head shape were the blue or purple skin ones. What was interesting as well is that sexuality, gender, race, age, none of that mattered in Andromeda. It was all like you love their soul. So you can literally, which is interesting because age there was really just a number. So like, for example, you could be 89 Earth years old, which would look different there, right? Like you probably look like you're in your 20s, and you could be with a 14-year-old or Earth 14-year-old, right? And it's interesting because there was nothing wrong with that, because it was soul love, and nobody abused each other, nobody hated each other, everybody accepted each other for who they are. And some parts gender wasn't even a thing. You just loved who you loved. You could be whatever, you could be masculine or feminine, and your physical body could be masculine or feminine. It really doesn't matter, which is what Earth people need to learn, and what the Galactic Federation and the Andromedan Council keeps teaching me about what they need humans to learn. I didn't want to leave. I did not want to leave, and I wanted to stay because it was so beautiful, and I had so much relationships and friendships there. But I remember I went there to train for the Lyra Draconian Wars. So I remember leaving and I was so like sad, but like it was like a warrior's goodbye. Like, I'm going to war and I'll see you guys soon one day. I would never forget them and my family the whole time I was there. I fought for my family and my people, and I fought with the power that I learned in Andromeda and all the skills that they gave me. I cherished them for it. And that is why even now when I see an Andromedan Starseed, they may not even know who they are just yet. And I'm like, I highly respect you because you come from a galaxy that is highly respected, not just by me, but so many in this galaxy, so many warriors, and you're part of a class of beings that are so mysterious. People still don't fully understand them. If you want, we could talk about Andromeda and Andromedan Starseeds. This stuff is really aligning with the stuff I'm going through nowadays too, which is interesting as hell, right? That's all I have about Andromeda right now. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I want to make more videos about my past lives. Of course, I'm going to continue to, and you guys really like them. And I just can't get over Andromeda and the energy of Andromeda. It's cool. So damn cool. So damn cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you real soon. Peace out.